The Egyptian understanding of the soul was remarkably sophisticated, recognizing multiple spiritual components that each played distinct roles in the afterlife. The Ka represented the eternal life force that required sustenance even after death, which explains the practice of leaving food offerings in tombs. The Be, often depicted as a human-headed bird, possessed the freedom to travel between the world of the living and the dead. The Ak represented the transformed, enlightened spirit that achieved its final form in the afterlife. These components needed to work in harmony for a successful afterlife journey. Central to Egyptian afterlife beliefs was the Judgment of the Dead, a ceremony presided over by Osiris, god of the dead. During this crucial moment, the deceased's heart was weighed against the feather of Ma'at, goddess of truth and justice. A heart lighter than the feather indicated a life lived in accordance with Ma'at, cosmic order and justice, granting access to eternal life. A heart heavy with wrongdoing would be devoured by Ammit, a fearsome demon, resulting in the soul's permanent destruction. This belief system effectively promoted ethical behavior in daily life, as Egyptians knew their earthly actions would determine their eternal fate. The practice of mummification evolved as a sophisticated preservation technique essential for eternal life. This complex process typically took 70 days and involved removing internal organs, except the heart, drying the body with natron salt, and wrapping it in linen bandages embedded with protective amulets. The removed organs were carefully preserved in canopic jars, each protected by one of the four sons of Horus. This preservation extended beyond humans. Sacred animals and beloved pets were also mummified, reflecting the Egyptian belief that all living beings had a place in the divine order. Tomb construction and preparation represented massive investments in ensuring eternal life. From the colossal pyramids of the Old Kingdom to the hidden rock-cut tombs in the Valley of the Kings, these eternal homes contained everything the deceased might need in the afterlife. Tombs were filled with practical items like food, clothing, and furniture, as well as magical objects like Shapti figurines, small statues that would serve as workers in the next world. False doors were carved into tomb walls, believed to allow the Ka to move between the worlds of the living and dead. Funerary texts provided essential guidance for navigating the afterlife. The pyramid texts, carved into the walls of Old Kingdom pyramids, represent the oldest known religious texts in the world. These evolved into the coffin texts of the Middle Kingdom and later the Book of the Dead, containing spells, prayers, and instructions for overcoming obstacles and reaching the field of reeds, their idealized version of eternal existence. These texts were complemented by elaborate tomb paintings depicting scenes of the afterlife and hieroglyphic inscriptions recording protective spells. Archaeological discoveries continue to enhance our understanding of these practices. The 1922 discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb, with its spectacular gold death mask and over 5,000 artifacts, provided unprecedented insights into royal funeral practices. More recent findings, such as the 2018 discovery of a tomb near Luxor containing multiple mummies and painted coffins, demonstrate how these beliefs extended across different social classes. The influence of Egyptian afterlife beliefs permeated society. Temples dedicated to death-related deities like Osiris and Anubis were built throughout Egypt. Priests performed essential rituals to ensure safe passage to the afterlife. Families maintained tomb chapels and made regular offerings to sustain their ancestors' spirits. Even daily life was shaped by preparation for death, with many Egyptians dedicating significant resources to securing their eternal existence.